Ramos Reymund from Bsmt 1F. 1. Explain the concept of self-discipline. Discipline is the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular rules or standards. It was that image of calm and discipline that appealed to voters. Enough or walk out. Rudely respond to a friend who has just texted some upsetting words, or remain calm. Take a break with coworkers in the meeting room, or continue to prioritize a project with a major deadline that is due. When was chooses the latter in each of those scenarios, they have just engaged in the concept of self-discipline. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline is the power to manage a person's true emotion or behavior in the face of temptation to achieve a specific goal. From this self-discipline definition it is easy to see how this term is often referred to a self-control, willpower, restraint, persistence, and determination. The concept of self-discipline can be used in someone's personal life, social communication, and professional life, such as personal sticking to a diet and exercise plan to lose weight. Social, remaining polite to someone when they have angered or frustrated you. Professional, doing your work instead of socializing with others in the break room. Self-discipline is important because it helps with facing an impulsive response that goes against our goal or temperament. Self-discipline varies from person to person and situation to situation. Essentially, having self-discipline is one situation may come nature to a person in one instance, but a significant struggle to that same person in a separate occurrence. Self-discipline can be reduced to one word: motivation. This motivation will help a person avoid conflict or achieve their goals, but getting and maintaining it is not always easy. Discuss the type of discipline. Preventative discipline is about establishing expectations, guidelines, and classroom rules for behavior during the first day of lesson in order to proactively prevent disruptions. 2. Supportive discipline, on the other hand, occurs in the case of transgression. It is usually a verbal warning or a suggestion for the correction of behavior. 3. Correct, corrective discipline comes into play when a student has failed to change his or her behavior after repeated attempts at supportive discipline. It mostly refers to the consequences delivered following an infraction. Explain the stage of discipline. Stage 1. Verbal or writing warning. Other than simply disregarding the behavior altogether, the most lenient form of discipline most employers use is a warning. A verbal warning is the least severe. Written warning documents the incidents and carries more weight, particularly if it goes into a personnel file. Some companies use escalation in warnings. For example, verbal, written, second written, and final. Stage 2. Probation. After warnings have not had an effect, employers often place employees on some form of probation. In the simplest form, this can almost be seen as another type of final warning. Some employers attach punishment to the probation as well, such as a reduction in pay or mandatory retraining. Stage 3. Suspension. Suspension is a temporary removal of the employee for his or her job. This could be with or without pay, but obviously sends a much stronger message if it's unpaid. The difference between suspension and termination is that It is assumed that the employee will return to work after his or her suspension period has ended. Stage 4. Termination. This is the last resort. Sometimes disciplinary matters become so unworkable that it's best for employee and employer to part ways. Employers are generally as averse to employee discipline as employees are themselves. It's uncomfortable to discipline another adult in a professional setting. But when it needs to be done, knowing what disciplinary tools are available can make the task easier. Of course, with any form to employees discipline, keep in mind that employment laws might come into play, so consult with an HR professional or employment law attorney before taking actions that could give rise to liability now or in the future.